Hey everybody, Autobot John here, and I just wanted to show you a custom of mine that I've been working on. I'm a perfectionist. I saw some imperfections on him. I went back and fixed him. I'll tell you everything I did to him. I'm talking about my life-size Superman. I repainted the boots a brighter red using a white undercoat, let that dry, and then painted red over them so they shine more. Then I went in with gloss and made them shine like in the movie. I still wish they were knee-high, and I still offer that deal for knee-high boots, so if you're interested, let me know. I filled out the body a little more to the Chris Reeve stature. The symbol, I basically made the chest stretch out as far as I could to make it like the movies. You'll notice that I made my own Superman belt buckle. I know it's a little big, but until my real one gets here that I ordered, this will definitely do. You'll notice that I upped the neck a little bit, so the costume actually comes down like it did in the real movie. It has that little slant, and if you remove the cape, it actually does not come way out here. It goes behind, and then it zips up in the back. That's how the real Christopher Reeve's costume did. And I was always wondering why I couldn't get it to look right, and it's because the bust that Howard made for me, it basically was not sitting high enough. And Christopher Reeves in the movie had a very high, he had big shoulder muscles pretty much. He had a long neck, I guess is what you could say. So that's why it looks like that. But as you can see, it definitely looks a lot more like him now. The cape sits up like it's supposed to. It actually folds in the back the way it's supposed to. All the wrinkles and folds are there. The symbol is straight in the middle like it's supposed to be. The cape doesn't just sling out in the back anymore. It actually folds out the way it's supposed to. I gave him his shoulder muscles a little bit more. Like I said, went back in, repainted his skin, fixed up any cracks and stuff. And here's some interesting things I did. I don't know if you'll be able to tell. You might have to watch my other videos to be able to tell, but I actually went in, repainted the eyes a little bit more, added more gloss to them. I added more hair with sculpty onto the bust to represent how he looked in Superman 1 and 2, since this suit is from Superman 1. And it's either from 1 or 2. I don't know where it's from. I know it's from one of them, though. So I added the different hairs. You can tell he's got more hair on the left side than he does on the right, or I guess it would be the right. I don't know. And then the other thing I did was very risky, but if you look really close, he's got a different smirk on his face. I went in with sculpty, and I added in a different look for him, different line textures. If you can see, I painted him really well, so it's probably hard to see it, but he's got a different smirk on him, so he definitely looks more like Christopher Reeves now. The reason I worked so hard on him is, like I said, I'm a very big Superman fan. I always have been, and I always will be. Christopher Reeves is, in my opinion, the very best Superman they ever had, and he always will be the Man of Steel. I mean, let's face it, he was the one that made everybody believe that a man could fly. That was not just a catchphrase. When I first saw Superman, I thought it was the greatest movie I'd ever seen. And it goes down in history as one of the best movies I've ever seen. I was very sad when he passed away. I was really hoping that, you know, he would accomplish his goal that he had set out to walk again. But we know that Christopher Reeves is up in heaven, and he's probably donning his Superman costume right now and flying around. But we know he's in a much better place, and he left behind a great legacy. Now, all the rumors going around is that they're trying to reboot Superman, which, honestly, I think that's a great idea. Not saying Superman Returns was bad. It was not. It was definitely really good. But, at least to me, Superman 3 and Superman 4, The Quest for Peace, are classic movies. I mean, they weren't as good as the first two, but to say that they never took place after making Superman Returns, they basically say, okay, Superman 3 and 4 never existed, basically. And that's wrong, because it's a slap in the face to a great actor because even though the script was not that good, the acting was excellent. And, you know, that's like slapping the man in the face and his legacy. So, if they're going to reboot Superman, I say that's a great idea. I think they should stick with Brandon Routh because I think he made a very good Superman. And it's not fair to take him out of the part just because the movie didn't do well. That's Bryan Singer's fault. He should have stuck with X-Men. But he didn't do a terrible job, but they really could have done better. And everything else is getting rebooted, so I knew it was only a matter of time before Superman was rebooted. So anyway, I'm all for it, as long as they get the right guy to play Superman, which honestly I think they should stick with Brandon Routh. And honestly, I think one mistake they made is the costume. You don't mess with the costume. That's like taking Spider-Man and making his costume yellow and pink. Spider-Man is red and blue. Superman is the classic light blue, you know, the Superman symbol, which I didn't have a problem with them rechanging the symbol, but come on, the dark maroon colors, I thought of the evil Superman from Superman 3, because if you go back and look at Superman 3 and when he's evil, look at that, that's what it reminded you of. That's what color the costume was. It was a dark blue and a maroon red that he wore in that part. So I think that's one thing they messed up on, but it could have been a lot worse, guys. I mean, they could have gone and we could have had Superman Lives, which was Tim Burton's idea, and if you ever saw what they wanted that to look like, Jesus, that's all I have to say. They wanted, oh my God, they wanted Nicolas Cage to play Superman, and they wanted the costume to be like this silver and black and red. I mean, it didn't look anything like Superman, guys, so be thankful for what we did get. We could have got a lot worse. But anyway, I just thought you guys might want to see that. And I have another thing to show, too, that I have never shown yet. I've had this for a couple months, but I didn't know how to, I don't have anywhere to display it on it. So I'll show it to you. I bought it from a friend of mine on superherohype.com. It is a custom-made prop replica of the knowledge crystal from the first Superman movie. The one that he finds in the barn after his father dies, and the one that he chunks into the snow. I believe it's also supposed to be the one he uses in Superman 2. You know, once he turns mortal, he uses it to turn back into Superman and take on General Zod. I would love to get a replica of the clear one. This is the green version. I don't really know if this is the knowledge crystal or the creation crystal, but I know it's also in Superman Returns, or a version of it. But this is from the 78 movie, the original Superman. And I wish, like I said, I wish I had somewhere to display it, but unfortunately I don't. Came in this nice black case, which I'm going to put a Superman logo on it, embroider it. I'll find somewhere to put it. It goes good with my kryptonite necklace, which I have to do some work on. But to make a long story short, that's pretty much what I did, is I fixed him up, and I'm done with the face. I think the paint job is excellent. It resembles Christopher Reeves really well. I got the body the way I want it, so definitely the Man of Steel. All I need now is a real belt, which I did pretty good, but a real belt buckle would be really nice, and the knee-high boots would be cool. Anyway, guys, Autobot John saying, don't forget all my other stuff is still for sale, and my trade for the Superman boots is still on. For anybody that's interested, help me finish you guys. Leave me feedback. Later. Deuce.